Hello. Looks like we might be live on TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. Let me see. Gonna give people a second to join. Got my TikTok chat set up. Got my Facebook and YouTube chat set up. So we should be in business here. Anyone here, and is anyone ready to solve a crossword puzzle? Alright, I'm going to assume people are going to be filing in pretty soon, and give you all a warm welcome to the Daily Crossword Live. This is the show where we solve one of Arkadium's crossword puzzles together. So I have the puzzle loaded here on screen, and you can always see the clues here in this panel, pretty much in the middle of the screen. And if you think you know an answer, just type it into chat. I'll try to collect everybody's chats and really make this a group solve. These have been very fun in the last few days. Everyone's participating. We're cruising through these puzzles, and I think today is going to be no different. I'm trying a new stream setup today, so if anything goes haywire, I will try to pivot gracefully. One difference is that, and I just want to make sure that I can see TikTok chats. Has anyone commented on TikTok? Because if so, I haven't seen them. Maybe the people are still filing in. Let's see. Yeah, so I can't see chats on TikTok or YouTube or Facebook. So either that's because no chats exist, or it's because my setup has failed me. I'm just gonna give this a second. Has anyone already solved a crossword puzzle today? I do multiple in one day sometimes. But yeah, I can't tell. Maybe this isn't working because from what I can see, no chats are coming in. Let me just check with my producer to see if it's me or if it's the stream or what's going on. Yep. Oh, nice. Yes, Mamad. Hi, on YouTube. Okay, that gave me all the confidence I need. So people are here. I can see you. You can see me. Great. What's up? And can you hear the music? It's another new addition. If the music's too loud or too soft, let me know, and we'll amend. All right, but we got some people here, so why don't we just get started? Today we are solving a puzzle. Let's see, puzzle info. So this is called From the Neck Up, and it's by Sally R. Stein. So we will learn in due course what that means. I feel like you can only see me from about the neck up, so it's an appropriate title. And one across, we got taper off as wind. Taper off as wind? Not immediately sure what that's going to be. We can check 14 across, from the sun. I have some thoughts of what from the sun could be. Maybe solar? What do we think? And then let's look at these little downs. Barbecue residue. constrictor snake. Okay, I think we know this one. I think we know this one. What's the constrictor snake? 3 letters. There are actually a couple 3-letter snakes. There's an asp, which is common in crosswords, but that's not the constrictor snake. So what's that going to be? Hey, Chad. Chad says light. Yeah, so for from the sun, maybe. Maybe light, but something that troubles me about light here is I feel like the clue would be something like thing from the sun, you know, make it super clear that it's a noun. I feel like from the sun sounds a little more adjective-y to me, but we can keep light in and see where it gets us. Boa, nice. Good job, Chad. Yeah. The snake has got to be boa constrictor, right? And that suggests to me that light is not it. Cool. Does that B help at all on taper off as wind? What do we think? I still see no comments on TikTok, which is unusual for this at this point. So I want to know if that's me or if there are indeed no comments on TikTok. Just want to make sure I'm seeing people. All right. So far, Chad is cruising this. Oh, there are. Okay, I'm being told there are comments, so give me 1 sec and try to figure out if I can get myself to see them. Let's see. Where are the comments? Where are my TikTok comments? Sorry guys, this is a new tech setup, and so we're just experimenting. But unfortunately, I don't see... I have an idea about what might have happened. Give me 1 second, and I will get this sorted. I would hate to neglect you TikTok folks. Give me 1 second. And in the meantime, by the way, figure out what taper off as wind means or from the sun could mean. That's your homework assignment while I get my act together here. Okay. Let's see if this made a difference. Yay! Yay, I see comments. Okay, cool. Emery, hi Jack, love the new setup. Captain Jack, already knew Boa. Captain Jack, love your name. All right. Crisis averted. I think we're in business now. Sorry about that. And Captain Jack knows solar, so everything's coming up peachy. Look at this. Solar for from the sun. Yeah, I like that. And that's more of an adjective, which I think the clue was kind of hinting at. Awesome. 1 down. Yeah, we had barbecue residue. Oh, blank baba. Anyone know this one? And how about 4? Kilt patterns. Interesting. Yeah, I'm thinking of, like, you see plaid on kilts, but I'm sure there's a more specific name for it. Captain Jack writes ash for barbecue residue. That looks great. Yep, like ash collects at the bottom of your barbecue. I like that. Taper off as wind. We have this A-B now, which might be helpful. And, ooh, Captain Jack says tartan. Is that what the kilt patterns are called? Tartan. Kilt patterns, so tartans, I guess? Interesting. It looks to fit very well with 1 across, because I think 1 across is abate. To taper off, to die down is to abate. So I'm feeling good about tartans, I'm feeling good about abate. I'm feeling good about my new setup now that I can see all my friends. Blank baba. Okay, I think we know this one. And 5 down, moving aimlessly. Starting with an ER and a couple extra letters. Not entirely sure. Ali. Nice, Alibaba. Yeah, that looks right. Okay, should we check this long one? 17 across. Terrifying. And it seems to start with hair. What do we think of that? What do we think of that? Terrifying starting with hair. Captain Jack is just on a tear right now. Hair raising. That looks good. Looks good. It's a nice entry. And it fits beautifully. Fits the clue. I like it. All right, let's keep moving along here. At 10 down, we have a country in the UK. And since UK is shortened in the clue, I'm inclined to believe that the country is going to be shortened in the answer as well. That's a common crossword convention. Plus, I just don't think there are any 3-letter countries in the UK. Wales is 5 letters, but not quite. Yeah, England. Nice. Nice, nice. Although, sorry for all the tech, but as I'm now getting TikTok comments, the YouTube and Facebook comments have fully dried up. So I don't know if there's a trade-off or if, once again, people are only hanging out on TikTok. So give me one second. Oh, no. Yeah, okay. Now I got the YouTube comments from somewhere else, and I'm seeing I missed some. So sorry about that. Chad wrote erratic for moving aimlessly, I'm assuming, which looks good, except it sounds good, except that I don't think erratic fits here, right? So that's a bit of a problem. And what do we have here? Raggedy doll. Interesting. I thought it was Raggedy Ann, but I thought Raggedy Ann was spelled with just 2 N's. Anyone know? Captain Jack tells me that Raggedy Ann has an E at the end, so maybe I was just mistaken. There's also, Raggedy Ann has a brother, right? Raggedy Andy. So I thought maybe that could be the answer. And it's not clear from the clue which doll they're referring to. Having a sharp flavor. Okay. Tiny tree branches. We have optimistic. We have French friend. This one has come up before. Nice. Captain Jack, you are good at crosswords. Do you solve a lot of puzzles? Having a sharp flavor and tangy. Yeah, that looks right. Excuse me. Captain Jack writes, a me for French friend. Yeah. Yeah, we're learning French slowly in these crossword puzzles. Slowly but surely. And if I'm neglecting Facebook chat, I dutifully apologize. Yeah, we're still getting this worked out. But I think I can see all of the TikTok and YouTube chats at a minimum. What are these crosses? Grown-up girl. Okay, I think that seems gettable. And slight remnant. And remind us of the downs. We got tiny tree branches. And optimistic. And is able to. Woman, nice. Guys, Captain Jack is putting you all to shame. Just nailing all of these answers. People named Jack tend to be good at crossword puzzles, if I may say so myself. Or is Captain Jack a reference to Pirates of the Caribbean? Are you emulating Johnny Depp's character, Jack Sparrow? 6 down, yeah, twigs looks good for tiny tree branches. Looks real good. Slight remnant. Giving us optimistic and is able to. Okay, this is starting to come into focus. Liam, welcome. Yeah, 9 down looks like can. Is able to. If you can do something, you're able to do it. I like it. That leaves us just 1 letter. Stop blowing holes in my ship. Yeah, okay. So it is a Pirates of the Caribbean reference. I love it. What a great character. Slight remnant crossing optimistic. That's looking like an R to me, right? A trace amount is a slight remnant, and a rosy outlook is optimistic. Awesome, and I have a rosy outlook for the rest of this puzzle. Because so far things have been smooth. Some interesting entries. Moving aimlessly, we still haven't quite figured out. Any thoughts there? And let's look at the crosses over here. Oahu and Ireland. Okay, what do those two places have in common? Oahu and Ireland. Pretty and delicate. Okay. This one I really have no instincts for. I feel like this could go many different ways. Pretty and delicate. I'm really not sure. Sugar amounts. Captain Jack writes islands for Oahu and Ireland, which I think makes sense. They are both islands. But then it means we have an error in the grid, doesn't it? Because islands doesn't fit. You know what? Wait, maybe it was Andy. I was musing about whether this was Raggedy Ann or Raggedy Andy. But if islands is correct, I think it's Raggedy Andy. What do you think? Nice catch. And let's see if this Y makes sense. Pretty and delicate? Very possibly. Yeah, moving aimlessly. Things are starting to make sense. It always feels so satisfying when you catch an error in the grid. Captain Jack suggests dainty for pretty and delicate. I like that. That fits the clue to a T. And Persephone, hello, welcome. Persephone also knew dainty. And that fills in, we got this all just from crosses. Nobody was confident in moving aimlessly for errant. Yeah, kind of a tough word. But I believe that's what that means. And all the other crosses look good, so I'm feeling confident moving into this new section. Conventioneer's badge. Okay. Smart alecky. What do we think for that? What do we have here? Sugar amounts. Donkey, 3 letters. And place to exercise. Give people a moment to mull that over. It's possible comments have dried up on YouTube, maybe because I was neglecting you poor souls. We are also on TikTok and Facebook, but I believe I can see YouTube comments if you wanna play along. But meanwhile, someone with the username just period, I think, is the name, is saying gym is a place to exercise. That looks great. Period also says what game. This is the daily easy crossword at Arkadium. So Arkadium has a million different crosswords, tons of different puzzles, and games galore. So if you don't know what Arkadium is, you're missing out. Check them out. And we do these lives every day. This is the Daily Crossword Live. So if you're having fun, join us again tomorrow. I'll be back with a fresh puzzle. And yeah, it is cool. Hi, Maria. Okay, Conventioneer's badge. Some strange letters here. And smart alecky. What do we think? What are we thinking? Sugar amounts and donkey. Oh, I should look at this long one too. I don't know why, I always have a tendency to ignore the long ones until I've gotten a few more letters in them. They just seem daunting to me. Very tasty. Okay, Captain Jack is saying salty for smart alecky. That's interesting. Like salty language is maybe given a little guff. I think that's cool. And Canadian Time Lord, awesome username, tells me that a Conventioneer's badge is an ID tag. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, some of the crosswords we've been solving in the past will warn you when an entry is 2 words, excuse me, like ID tag. ID tag might even technically be 3 words. No, identification tag. No, it's definitely 2. But we are no longer in easy waters. So ID tag, we had to figure out that was 2 words all on our own. Jackie says sassy for 23 down. Yeah, sassy I also like for the clue, and it just looks a little more promising with the crosses for me. So nice work, Jackie. Yeah, Captain Jack agrees that makes more sense. Yeah, now sugar amounts, and again, amounts is abbreviated, which tells me that the answer is going to be abbreviated. So, any ideas there? And a donkey. I think we've all got that one. And it's time to look at this long one. Stop avoiding it, Jack. Very tasty. Very tasty. Captain Jack just writes P. I'm assuming that's, yeah, Debs, nice work. Teaspoons are sugar amounts. Great job, everybody. Very tasty. And it starts with lip, which I think makes conceptual sense with something tasty. We got donkey here. Everyone's too polite to say. Yeah, Rob tells me this is an S. Ooh, and everyone's coming in with lip smacking. What an entry. Lip smacking. Doesn't that just want you to eat like chicken tenders or something? Lip smacking? Finger licking? That's a great entry. And by the way, there should be a theme in this puzzle. And so far I'm believing usually the theme of a crossword is in the longest entries. So I think the two theme answers that we've uncovered so far, there's hair raising and there's lip smacking. I see some parallels between those words, but I'm not sure I fully get it yet. Let me know what you think. Oh, Period says, not being polite, you just get banned from commenting. Really, if you write ass into chat, you'll get banned? Is that really true? It's a donkey. I hope I don't get banned for saying it. Fuel economy stat, 61 across, and stat is abbreviated. Utensil for frying. Okay. Ooh, 91 in Roman numerals. Anyone remember the Roman numerals? These are always tough. MPG, yeah, miles per gallon for the fuel economy stat. That looks great. Nice, we got a bunch of people joining. Anim Aidens, Canadian Time Lord, everyone telling me pan, utensil for frying. It's an interesting one. I don't really think of pans as utensils, you know? I think of utensils more as small things that you hold in your hand, like a pencil or, you know, chopsticks or something maybe would be utensils. But what do you think? Is a pan a utensil? Am I being overly persnickety? Rob, thank God you're here to tell me the Roman numerals. I'm going to trust you on this one. XCI. Yeah, so C is 100. When you put X is 10 and I is 1, when you put the X before the C, it means you're subtracting. So C minus X is 90. And then when you put the 1 after, you're adding. So that's 91. Nice job. Smart man. Jade says that 46 down may be difficult with PM at the end. Yeah, let's check this. Yeah, you're right. This is a crazy looking entry. Evening TV news time. Okay, it was good eye that this looked very implausible as the end of entry, but I actually think it might work. What do you think this is? Evening TV news time. And open as a toothpaste tube. Yeah, Anim Aidens says 6 p.m. That looks good to me. Yeah, everyone's agreeing 6 p.m. But I really like, you know, when your spidey senses start tingling, when you see XPM all in a row, it's like, no, words don't have those 3 letters in a row. And then you check it out, and it turns out occasionally they do. But nice instincts. Okay, deep black at 49 across. And we got triumphant result here. Yeah, Canadian Time Lord says that to open a toothpaste tube is to uncap it. That looks great. What's this little one here? Frosty. Like Frosty the Snowman. Any thoughts? And either people are talking to me on YouTube and I'm rudely ignoring you, or nobody's talking to me on YouTube, and frankly, that's rude of you. Okay, yeah, icy. Everyone telling me icy. Gotta catch up. Yeah, Frosty is icy. That looks good. And deep black is inky. Interesting. Inky black. Cool, cool, cool. And Jade tells me that a triumphant result is a success, which I can already feel with you guys in my corner. We're going to have a success on this puzzle. Plane flying guys. Looks like it may start with air, which would make sense conceptually with the plane, but music sounds good. Love to hear it. Yeah, I'm enjoying it as well. Oh, Sean writes airmen. Wow, what an entry. Who uses the term airmen instead of like pilot, right? Tough one. Glad to have you guys. All right, the buck stops somewhere. Not there. Emery says this new setup rocks. I love to hear it. I'm feeling good about it too. All right, tall stories. Here, everyone says, yeah, the buck stops here. Yes. Honestly, that phrase is resonating with me right now because the buck kind of stops at me. I wanna do a good job for you guys, and ultimately, I'm the one with the keyboard. So, my mistake is your mistake. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, so 36 across, ship's course, or alternate puzzle title. So this is part of the theme. So this is going to kind of explain the theme in some way, which we still haven't quite figured out. Hair raising and lip smacking so far are part of the theme. People are telling me that 31 down is tall tales. Yeah, that makes sense. Tall tales. Kind of like stretching the truth. Anyone know designer Perry? World War II pilots are called airmen. Interesting. Okay, ship's course or alternate puzzle to this title. So I'm being told by Liam that a ship's course is a heading. Yeah, that makes sense. And if it's an alternate title to this puzzle, let's think about this. Heading, and we have hair raising and lip smacking. I think I get this theme. I think what's happening here is that we have parts of the head, your hair and your lips, followed by some word ending in ing. So it's like hair raising, lip smacking, and we should have 2 more theme entries here at 11 down and 52 across that follow this same template. It's a beautiful idea. All right, Sean is telling me that designer is Perry Ellis. That sounds familiar. And checking the crosses for due measure, shade trees or elms. Yep. 29 down, saw to a seat. Long skirts. Tehran's nation. We know that one. And small bells sound. What are you guys thinking? Maxis, nice. Yeah, long skirts are maxis. Whenever you have this setup, and the clue refers to skirts, there's a frustration because it could be mini skirts, it could be midi skirts, or it could be maxi skirts. This clue gratefully told us that they were looking for the long one, so we didn't have to wait for crosses to tell us that the answer was maxis. Nice job. And then Iran for Tehran's nation. That looks great. Rob is predicting one of the future entries, eye grabbing. Yeah, that definitely fits the clue. That's exactly what we're talking about. Eye grabbing would be a perfect entry for this puzzle. Or eye catching, yeah. Yeah, you're looking ahead. I love it. Okay, but people are telling me answers that I'm ignoring. So small bells sound looks like ding. That's great. And someone wrote bong. Oh, bong for the bell. Interesting. Yeah, I suppose it could be bong, but I feel like ding is more the sound that a small bell makes. When I think of bong, I think of more like a gong. So let's try ding, and if it doesn't work out, we'll go with bong. Yeah, person from Houston. Everyone is agreeing that Texan has got to be right. And what do we have here? Saw to a seat and cowboy's rope. I don't think we even looked at this one. Saw to a seat and cowboy's rope. And at 25 across, Israel's region. Okay, I think we know that one. Okay, so I did preview 11 down as attention getting, and Rob has been telling me, predicting what this answer is going to be. And it's part of the theme, so we have hair raising and lip smacking, and we're told that all the theme answers are going to be part of the head and followed by an ing. Ah, we got someone on YouTube. Angie, welcome back. Lariat. Oh, just when I needed you. Yeah, I always think of a cowboy's rope as a lasso. I frankly do not know what the difference is between a lasso and a lariat. I think there's one more word, a riata or something. So I don't know all the differences, and I'm grateful to you for helping me with that entry. Led in makes sense for saw to a seat. And people seem to agree that Israel is in the Mideast, of course. What do we have at 21 down? Don't blank stranger. Yeah, Rob tells me that eye-catching fits now. All right, this is going to be satisfying to put this long entry in. Eye-catching. Yeah, and that fits beautifully with the other entries. Hair-raising, lip-smacking, eye-catching. Don't be a stranger. Great. What's this BC, though? That's a little strange. Oh, okay. Letters before F. So maybe that's just B, C, D, A, E, which are the letters that precede F. That's a strange entry. Not actually so hard once you have the BC in place, but very strange entry. If it's right. Okay, we have conclusion, starting with an E. We have vote like I, starting with a Y. And we have list ending abbreviation. Yeah, Jade says conclusion is end. That's got to be right. Vote like I is likely to. People saying yes for the vote like I, and etc. for the list ending abbreviation. But these crosses look a little troubling, don't they? West Point student and is likely to. Is likely to tends seems right, but what's going on here? Who spots the issue? Because a West Point student is definitely not a CSDET. Yeah, cadet. And yet, yeah. So this, it turns out, was yay, which is a vote like I. In fact, it's an anagram of I. That's kind of interesting. But yeah, yes made sense, and the crosses spoke, and I think this is all sorted out now. Nice work, guys. All right, we have a tax expert at 32 across. Sizzling with an H. Humdingers. Honestly, no idea what this means. I mean, I know what a humdinger is. It's like a doozy or something. But 4 letters? Yeah, tax expert is a CPA. Nice. Certified public accountant. And Rob tells me that sizzling is hot. Great. Jade says you have to go. Bye, Jade. Come back tomorrow. I'll be here same time with a new puzzle. Visit briefly. And between ports. What do we think of that one? Visit briefly. And humdingers. Anyone have ideas for humdingers? It's a strange one. Rob says that between ports might be at sea. Yeah, that makes sense. When you're between seaports, you know, you have to be on the ocean. You're at sea. Nice, I like it. I like it. Ooh, Senator Sanders. People know this. Very famous senator. I know chat tends to be pretty international, and I never like to assume that international folks know about all of our politics, but I think this person has reached some international fame. That's your username. I'm not just making weird sounds. That is your username. Tells me that it's Bernie. Nice work. Bernie Sanders, indeed. Feeling the burn. Okay, we have Brooklyn or Manhattan for short. Whoa, Rob says baloney. Did you even see this clue? Or were you just guessing from the letters? Oh, ch is coming from Ireland. It says we know. Ireland made it in the puzzle today, by the way. Oahu and Ireland. So you guys got a shout out. And you know Bernie in Ireland. Okay, that's cool to know. Liam, which is an Irish name, tells me that 33 down is pop in. Visit briefly is to pop in. Yeah, that looks beautiful. Okay, Rob says that he saw this clue briefly, and sandwich meat. Yeah, I mean, now with GNA, there's another one of these XPM entries. Like, what on earth could GNA mean? But then bologna actually fits. Bologna, the sandwich meat. Nice job. $41 across, humdingers. Angie's guessing pips. Yeah, maybe. I gotta be honest, I don't fully understand what humdingers and pips all means. I thought humdingers was like, oh, that was a tough one. That was a humdinger. Is that what that means? And if so, is that also what pips means? Okay, we have do well financially with a PRO. We have ran off to wed. What's this? Brooklyn or Manhattan for short. I live close to these places. Overcooks. Yeah, nice. We're getting eloped. Remember, there should be agreement between the answer and the clue. So since the clue is in the past tense, ran off to wed, the answer is eloped. People are writing elope in chat. I mean, same idea, but that explains why this fits better. So Burns, where's Burns? Yeah, overcooks, burns, nice. That's what I do every time I attempt to cook anything. Okay, coins in Spain. I know we have someone in chat from Spain. Something with New York City, boroughs, Brooklyn or Manhattan. Yeah, I think you're right, boroughs. This does say for short, so it makes me think it might be a shortened version of borough, which is sometimes spelled like this when it's being shortened. So I think this is possible. And everyone diving in to tell me that euros are the coins in Spain. Awesome. Okay, and 52 across. This should be another one of those theme answers. Remember, so our theme is heading. So it's parts of the head and ing words. So we have hair raising, lip smacking, eye catching, and what's this last one going to be? Amazing. I actually have no idea. Sean telling me that do well financially is going to be prosper. That looks great. Double E? Oh, spooky. Okay. That double E spooked me for a second, but not. Oh, Debs. Nice work. Yeah, jaw dropping. Oh, that fits beautifully. Jaw dropping. What a great answer. Honestly, I love this theme. I find it amazing. Jaw dropping, lip smacking, hair raising, eye catching. All things that could describe this puzzle. Well done, everybody. Spooky is eerie. That looks good. Lil L also new jaw dropping. Should we check this J? Okay, jelly container. Not so hard. Era. Used to be. And spruce up an article. Who's got thoughts? Jar. Becky, welcome back. Becky tells me jar. Nosy JC says, oh, now everyone's coming to play. Says era is age. Now I'm definitely going to miss some of these comments. I'm sorry, they're just flying at me. Spruce up an article is to edit. Did 20 people just join or am I losing it? One more time. And takes it easy. Yeah, everyone says was is the cross. Used to be, was. One more time is again. And takes it easy is rests. Which you have all earned a good rest after your hard work on this puzzle. But we're not done yet. Three more letters. And then we find out if we earned the confetti or not. Ooh, Kyog alternative? I have to admit that I don't understand this. What is this? looks kind of like an Irish word. Small bite. Wow. Yeah, Keogh is an Irish name. So what's the alternative? So people saying drape for window covering, which definitely makes sense. Let's put them in one at a time. So if drape is window covering, okay, someone has to explain IRA to me. IRA is Keogh a name, and IRA is like the English equivalent? I would love an explanation for that one. Small bite. People saying nib, although if we want drape here, then this would need to be nip, which is also a word for a small bite, right? Oh, it's their CIA. Becky tells me that this is the CIA in Ireland. Apologies for my ignorance, but I love when crosswords teach me things. Okay, so now we have wow, crossing a window covering, and I think the chat has already spoken that this is going to be an E. Dramatic pause as usual to see if we've earned the confetti today. And E. Nice work, everybody. Well done. Well done. You should really give yourselves a pat on the back for that one. I feel like this was smooth sailing from start to finish, and a very fun puzzle. Heading. And the title of the puzzle, remember, was From the Neck Up, which now makes perfect sense now that we know the theme. Heading, and we got hair raising, lip smacking, eye catching, and jaw dropping. Each wonderful phrases in their own right. I love the theme. Well done, Sally R. Stein, for this puzzle. And well done to all of you for helping me solve it. And keep coming back. Check out Arkadium. If you love this crossword, they have a million other crosswords there, tons of word games, and not word games. Games galore. Like you cannot get bored at Arkadium. And join me again tomorrow. I'll be back with a fresh puzzle. Hopefully the same setup. People seem to like it. And I'll see you then. I'm really looking forward to it. Bye, everybody.